Speaker, the second issue. In 2017, public sector workers enjoyed 12.5% increment, 2018 11%, 2020 15%, 2021 there was a 4% plus interim premium of 15%, 2022 there was 15% COLA on base salary, 2023 30%, 2024 23% between January and June, and then July to December was 25%. We have just had a patry increment of 10%. The leader of government business must take note of this and inform His Excellency the President that these are the numbers he came to meet. The ordinary Ghanaian worker has a higher expectation in this 133 24-hour research economy. They have a legitimate expectation that President Mahama will do. If he cannot match it, he should do better. Mr. Speaker, the 10% is unacceptable. In 2017, public sector workers enjoyed 12.5% increment, 2018 11%, 2020 15%, 2021 there was a 4% plus interim premium of 15%, 2022 there was 15% COLA on base salary, 2023 30%, 2024 23% between January and June, and then July to December was 25%. We have just had a patry increment of 10%. The leader of government business must take note of this and inform His Excellency the President that these are the numbers he came to meet. The ordinary Ghanaian worker has a higher expectation in this 133 24-hour research economy. They have a legitimate expectation that President Mahama will do. If he cannot match it, he should do better. Mr. Speaker, the 10% is unacceptable.
One of the things it enjoins us to do is to be very prudent in terms of our fiscal discipline and to make sure that we're able to come out of the crisis and bring the country back onto the path of growth and create prosperity for our people. We have a young, growing population, and so one of the major issues, and that came up strongly in the election, was the issue of jobs. And so working together to see how we can bring in more investments, especially considering that we're shut out of the international credit markets. We are living in a very unpredictable world where relations between countries are becoming very transactional, and we have the issue of the freeze in assistance from the United States. We're trying to make our own budgetary adjustments to make up for the shortfall of some $156 million odd US dollars, and so it's something that we can adjust the budget to fit. But it's my hope that the rest of our partners will continue to maintain the cooperation that we have, or even lift the level of cooperation so that we can continue to assess the vulnerable in our society.
It's an absolute honour and a privilege to be here and to be one of the first to come over and to see you and your great election victory, and what struck me is your election was around a 24-hour economy, and we have a mutual aspiration for both the UK economy and here in Ghana. And I was only this morning seeing some of the entrepreneurs you have here and the expansion of jobs that they want to create here in the economy, and our long history of supporting your endeavours is what we're going to continue to do. And I think that we can, you know, achieve great things together, and the fact that the UK government is aligned on growth and your government is focused on growth to create good jobs for people so their living standards are improved is exactly what we're trying to achieve as well. So we will be there as a friend, as we always have been, to support and to make sure that both our economies can grow, and that people on the ground really see that, and that they're able to get the jobs that fulfill their family life, and that's what we want to achieve. So I'm looking forward to deepening the relationship that both of our countries have had through your government and our UK government.
Article 67, and it says that the President shall, at the beginning of each session of Parliament and before a dissolution of Parliament, deliver to Parliament a message on the state of the nation. This is a constitutional injunction. The President would definitely be here to deliver the State of the Nation address. And members are expected to be seated latest 9:15 a.m. Please pay attention. Members are expected to be seated in the chamber latest 9:15 a.m. The clerk has also issued additional instructions which I want to bring to your attention. All honorable members are to be seated in the chamber 9:15 a.m. This is because once His Excellency the President enters the chamber, national security will not allow any member access into the chamber. So note that once the national security takes over, no member will be allowed access into the chamber. So after 9:15, it will be difficult to have access to the chamber. And we caution him in this house. We say, look, there is a court order restraining you from being sworn in. If you refuse and you allow us to swear you in, you will be held accountable. And he said, yes, he's ready to be held accountable. Now he has been held accountable by the courts, and he wants to come and use this parliament as a shield. Mr. Speaker, it won't happen. This side will not allow that. We will not allow him to make the statement on this floor, because he has been convicted by the courts. At least he should go and file an appeal. He should file an appeal. He should seek to state the execution of the orders of the court. Then we know that due process is being complied with. Mr. Speaker, I want to indicate clearly that if you insist and admit this statement and you allow him to make the statement, this side of the house will wash our hands off, and then we'll walk out and leave you to make your statement. We'll wash our hands off, because we don't believe in undermining the judiciary. We don't believe in undermining the rule of law. We will not join you to undermine the rule of law.